Right lads, welcome to the Ante Bellum mod where we see a different version of 1444. We see a lot of different things have taken place. Byzantium has been, well, kind of quelled, never really recovering from the Latin Empire, though the Ottomans do not exist either. We see that Andalusia has not really succumbed to the Reconquista, and most importantly for us, because we are playing as Normandy, William the Conqueror is not the Conqueror. He is, in fact, the bastard. The rest of the stuff still happens. So Sicily was a Norman kingdom, but in this case, Normandy remains independent of the French yoke, but never quite reaches the height that it did in our timeline. So today we're going to be trying to avenge Hastings and claim back our birthright. We'll look down our mission tree. Immediately, we want to cross the channel. Permanent claim on all provinces owned by England. We start with the Norman army that gives us claims of Brittany. I think going after Brittany is definitely a good idea. Right, we are going to rival Brittany, Cornwall, sure, Denmark. Hadrada is not going to be taking what is ours. Ooh, achievement available. The Angevin Empire. We'll be trying to do that. Can't wait for the new England update where I can actually form the Angevin Empire. One of my favorite nations, at least from history. Super interesting state. A lot of people don't know you had a traveling court, so the king would go across into England and back into the mainland, which means it was very, very difficult to manage. Because obviously the second you leave one place, that place basically becomes lawless. So you wouldn't see the establishment of a permanent court until later on, and this idea that the king, you went to the king, it's the idea that the king comes to you. As sort of a demonstration of power. Which is why it's surprising that it lasted as long as it did, considering, you know, the channel is a thing. It's kind of hard to control one side and not the other. Plus, you had a lot of dynastic politics. So, for example, the barons and dukes and such in Normandy, with their lands in Normandy, would want the king there to protect them against the French and expand over there. Whereas in England, they'd be upset if you went and fought the French because that leaves them open to Scottish raids. And indeed, during the anarchy, the Scots did push down and take these territories, leaving Henry II the job of marching up north. And I think it was Malcolm whipping him. But in this timeline, none of that happens. Instead, we have still the West Seaxes, the English, the Anglo-Saxons. We don't see the hybridization that would create the English sort of culture and also language as we know today. So let's fix that. I can't believe I said fix that, implying that a French invasion would be good for us. Oh god. I know I've got to get into character, but still. Let's start on this mission tree. So we need to have a recall, 100% enforcement, and number of generals at least one. Sure, because there's aggression expansion impact. Recover Anjou. Jesus, he wants to fight the Franks immediately. Well, to be fair, hey, we can get England in a spousal union, and then we start conquering the Franks. I know the Franks start with a disaster. Okay, let's see. Who do we have in charge? Richard IV d'Anjou. 3 siege we'll take, and 3 shock we'll absolutely take with 2 siege. What are Norman ideas? We get landing and maneuver, but like we got a 1 and a 1. Yearly legitimacy. Ooh, may raid coast once we... complete our idea set. That's cool. Gross expansion impact, advisor cost, national tax, colonial range, privateer efficiency, blockade impact on siege, and naval leader fire. These are some of the worst ideas I've ever seen. You know, any other idea set would have been good. Legacy of the Viking. Okay, that gives us claims on England. And if we finish this mission whilst we have a larger navy than England, we'll also dominate the channel for 25 years. Gives us loads of combat bonuses and 3 carracks. Sacred blessing there. Okay, starting to familiarize myself with it. This is going to be kind of tricky. War score is at least 20, and then we get permanent claims. And then avenging Hastings, we need to own Winchester and London. How big is England's navy? I imagine it's bigger than ours, given, you know, it's England. There's so much to do that I haven't even unpaused yet. Alright, England has 18,000 men, that's fine, we can take that. Navies, England. 4 heavies. They have 22 ships, so I'm gonna need more. Okay, Frankie just formed France immediately. Does that mean they just left the Empire? That makes them more dangerous because it means they don't get, oh no, they don't get those massive malices. And they're hostile. Right, let's see. Norman army. Sadly, the state of our army has fallen to disregard over the past centuries due to the financial strain of crusading an entire continent away. Yes, that generally happens. Okay, that gives us claims on you. We also have more troops, which gives us the right to conquer you. Okay, our troops are not that great. Send out our navy. We're going to need an admiral later on down the line anyway. Stand on every province first, and then we'll sort it out from there. Okay, so that's the War 1. Go fight this Breton navy again. Hopefully we can capture a couple of ships, please. We do. Okay, good. Because it only needs to be bigger than England's. It doesn't have to be better quality. Don't know how we're going to land against 4 heavies, but we're going to have to try. My thinking currently is potentially declaring war for Calais. Get that 3 siege involved. 2 can go over there, and we can siege both at the same time. Okay. Actually, we don't need to get around the navy, do we? If we just... Scotland turned into Gaeldom, didn't they? God, we have to fight the French and the English. This is... That's like 50,000 troops. Okay, we're gonna need allies. Okay, we're gonna try and ally Andalusia, which has historical precedent because, well, not in this timeline, but King John almost submitted to the, well, in name only would have been like ostensibly would have converted to Islam and become a vassal of the Almohad, who had massive power over here, so he could fight the French, which I think would have been incredibly based, so he should have done it. Okay, I need to have larger navy than England. England has a navy of 22, we have a navy of 17. I'll just build 5 galleys. All right, let's get burger loans. This is going to be in a very unstable economy. I can run this for like 10 years like this, and then after that, might be a little bit tricky. So that should be... Oh, we're 1 short. Okay, we're going to have to fight Lotharingia and Cornwall. Don't really have a choice. Also, I'd love it if you could just give me these ships. Did we get any? No. Damn it. Ships? Okay, we got a cog. Makes life easier. This is a tricky start. Because, like, this is the obvious choice, right? Conquer these territories. Brilliant. Good job, Leith. But then what? End Breton sovereignty. Lose 5 years of separatism in Britain area. Bretons to the east have always been our rival. Bretons to our east. Okay. Bretons to our east have always been a rival in France. Ever since the founding of the Normans, we have fought and bled for every inch of land. Their continued independence become too much of a hassle for our growing empire, so it's time Bretons to put down forever. Well, I mean, the Bretons also had a massive streak of independence, and like many French and English kings would lose tens of thousands of men trying to subjugate Brittany. Also Wales. People really underestimate like how much Wales fought to sort of stay independent, which is incredibly difficult when you think of like the relative size and population density, and also just every economic advantage that England has over the Welsh. And Wales were that much of a nuisance that they set up a march system to stop them from raiding to the lands, because it was basically impossible to hold them. Obviously, England would eventually manage it. It was not as simple as first may seem. A little bit sad that Wales didn't have that much flavor in the EU4, because they were still historically like kind of relevant in terms of being quelled. Okay, right, here we go. 3 carracks, that'll be good. Dominate the channel, gives me permanent claims. Morale of navies. Okay, I think we may have to just go after England. Wait, it didn't give me carracks. Oh, it's gonna build my galley first. I like the Sweden and Holstein. Okay, that's 33,000 men. If I get tech 4 before he does, he has 5. We only have 3. Yeah, this is gonna be tricky. Welcome to the channel. I make obvious statements and pass them off as commentary. Oh God. Right, what about Lotharingia? Can I fight them? Not really. I mean, it all depends on how he feels about Lotharingia, because I can go and fight Cornwall, right? If France doesn't give Lotharingia access, then I'm happy. If he does, I'm dead. Is that Capua? Hello, buddy. Oh, it's a great province. Sorry, Capua is kind of a cool place. For centuries ago, 4 centuries ago, our forefathers crossed the channel to press their claim on the English throne, but ultimately death of Duke William at the Battle of Hastings forced us back to Normandy. Ever since, the Dukes of Normandy have been dreaming of vengeance, but the political situation never allowed us to cross the channel again and retake what is rightfully ours. However, with the Franks embroiled in a civil war, doesn't look like it, and the English crumbling under the incompetence of the Wittengenot, does not look like it. Duke Richard IV has been considering rebuilding the fleet and exploiting this unique chance to dethrone usurpers and claim the English throne for our dynasty. Okay, this gives us a flagship, a galley, cool, naval combat, and we lose 150 ducats. We do game in Admiral. I'm just doing it even though it's a bad idea. What do we get? Flagship, captain's log. Mate! That's cost me a 1.27 ducats a month for some of the worst modifiers I've ever seen. Get it out of here. And I spent 150 ducats on this. He's a decent admiral at least, but like, realistically, my plan is to go after Cornwall first, so not going well for me there. Okay. Rivalry. Okay, I'm tempted to bet that they won't give access. But they might give access to Cornwall, is the issue. Alright, England's gone after Wales. More allies. The issue is I'm on the same continent as Holstein, so they may just march into my territory, which would be horrible. If I get tech 4 before them, though, things aren't going to get better. Oh, they're really not going to get better. This is a useful fort because it protects a lot of my land, but I don't know if it's worth it. 2 more coming in. 6 over. I could sell them to someone, I suppose. Would you like some ships? Who else would probably need ships? Denmark? Yo, buddy. You're my rival. Norway? You like... Oh, you're also a rival. Does anyone want ships? You want some ships? And Luthia? Huh? I'll give a nice little gift. No. Well, that's me done. That's everyone I can sell to. Scotland, I suppose. Oh god, the Breton separatists are going to rise up. How many? 12,000? Can't just sit here forever. And yet, I feel like doing exactly that. We have our own thing, unjustified demands, Norman invasion. Cool. Cornwall's no longer a valid rival. It's going to give us another power per month. Norway, Can't rival England. Tanya, no. No, it is. Dude, I need you to rise up. Why am I... Oh, Lubeck and Champagne. Okay, collect here, 2.26. Okay, that's a lot better. Okay, we won, just about. And we have Miltech 4. And England's finally done with their war. We have 7,000 troops versus their 35,000. Those aren't great odds, but there are two things to consider. One, I can get more troops. I'm just going to be fighting the English, who have 15,000, so they're about 20 to 1,000, okay? So, because I can protect against the Navy, bring 7 troops across at a time. If they're not attacked immediately, if I declare war on the 1st of the month, we might have a shot. Yeah, paper relations. But does that give me a claim on Cyprus? I'm allied to Jerusalem, who wouldn't come in because they're getting taken out by the Nizarids. Dude, the Nizarids are horrible to fight against in this. I mean, I could nip across and get Cyprus. What's my coring for distance? Surely I can't. Yeah, by a lot. Hey, who do you hate? You are hostile to me. Why? Because you want Nantes. Buddy, why? What do you mean? What do you mean? Get rid of the hostile attitude, we might have a shot. He's already Miltech 4. Okay, we have to wait for Miltech 5. Let's go find a rival over here. Oh, Lotharingia would ally me. Okay. Negative 17. That doesn't mean if I bring him to war against the French. Geldum, I can stop from landing. Holland can get taken out. Luxembourg, Geneva don't really mean too much, but the French themselves have 22,000 and, well, they have 30,000 troops. Oh, gotta fight one of them. Yeah. What is Veleti? Oh, yeah, they're Slavic. Cool. Get Tech 5. Then fight the English. But in the meantime, we could fight the French. They're Tech 3. Thuringia is also Tech 3, and they're suffering attrition. Yeah, okay. God, this is not an easy start. Okay, you should stop being hostile a little bit. A month or two. Should stop you being hostile. There you go. Now we're friendly. Gives us an ally against the English. Yeah, that's not going to help because you're not going to land troops. Who else can I get on board this? Nizarids, the English, Lotharingia. Illusion is not going to do anything, fortunately. I mean, I'll take more cash. I Cleves as well. Doesn't matter to me. And the Papal State's been taken out by Sicily. So they no longer exist. Well, they'll exist somewhere. But where? Huh! I could make a bid for the emperorship. No, that's not what my destiny lies. Could be fun though. Okay, where's the papacy? Got rid of all of my improved relations with them. Okay, you're probably Tech 4 by now. Yeah. Are you? We need Tech 5. Do we go after the English? Attempt to get access from and go from there. The Knights event is always good. This is a big tech as well. Coil Lotharingia and Geldum. Yeah, okay, this is it. Surely Avenge Hastings is gonna give me a personal union claim, right? Probably. You'd hope. Now the French or the English. I keep out a lot of his buddies. But I am going to have to go toe-to-toe with him. We can beat them navally. He doesn't have any galleys. He does have 26,000 troops though. Okay, we can do this. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. The issue is I can't get mercenaries until I land. Yes, there's nothing else for it. About to lose a lot of money. Can't remember if I need to be allied to them to not get black flagged. Hohenstaufens. Okay, interesting. Alright, we'll get the alliance anyway. Then let's get the access. Always worth checking to see if I can vassalize them. Cannot. Okay, it's be 25,000 troops. That's fine. England declared war on Norway. Okay, that's actually bad. Free company, I have 7, so I can actually bring them across. Geldum wouldn't come in because he's 147 in debt. Is it worth me? Okay, I physically can't make money anymore. Okay, love to get him involved. It's another 11,000 to the cause, but no. Take Winchester, Thuringia. That could have been bad. The reason they were hanging out is because I needed another general. I needed the 3-star, the 3 siege guy. Alright, let's head around, start doing some damage. These navies are not, like, prepped at all. Probably should have waited a month or two. Why? Why would you do this? Okay, we'll take the prestige hit. We have here, across the channel. War score against England, more than 20. Gain general 50 tradition, infantry combat ability, please do. It'd be cool if this was controlled, not owned. Okay, please tell me it's a good general. 0051. Very cool. Let's get rid of the box. Assuming he's in Hull. He's not in Hull. Where are the English troops and why are they just standing there staring? Not going to allow that to stand. He has... Okay, 7. I'm not fighting Norway, right? Defender against England. Yeah, okay, good. So I can fight the Swedish. Hope he doesn't get Tech 5 anytime soon. Strengthen noble privileges. Do you have any traditions at the start? Morale of navies. Unfortunate for me. Nice, okay. Loot them. Take that. Now what? Very good question. I don't really feel like... Okay, how many is that? 25,000 and I have not 25,000. Let's fight that there because it's going to take him a second to come over here. He decides not to fight it. We'll take the second fight as well. Okay, we have better troops marginally. I'm not happy with that naval battle. That should be fine. Surprised at that. Yeah, it's not worth losing a galley over, he says, having lost a galley. Well, we killed a heavy. So it's a good trade. I can call in Geldum. Might actually be worth it. Or I could save the favours to break his alliance with France. But again, I don't think his alliance with France is going to matter. Well, it is now. I'm going to have land on the continent, on the islands. Let's do it to be sure. Wait, you have like, okay, that's an issue. Sure, let's call you in. I'm not feeling confident about this. Hopefully that means, yeah, he's going to go up north. Perfect. My navy got a lot cheaper because a lot of them died. My king died whilst leading an army. That is very cool. Hey, come on. His navy's pretty much ready to fight again. So the Norwegians are here. Nice. Siege of Wales. Well, not Wales at all, but it opens up Wales, is what I mean to say. Go on every province, because right now I'm competing for space with the Norwegians. Just need that fort to hold a little bit. It's actually going to be a naval battle here. Okay, they won the siege. Fine. Now, we have occupied most of the territories. We at least need these two. Yeah, there's the naval battle. There we go. Right. I think I saw something about someone declaring war, and I hope it wasn't me. As in, on me. Holstein, Cleves. I think they've both been... No, Cleves hasn't been occupied, has it? Oh, they have been. I just can't see it, because we are the same colour. I don't mind you keeping alliance with England. Give me your trade power. You in the Nope. Wonderful. And then Holstein. Let's do a similar thing. Pretty sure my dog just knocked over something downstairs. He did, in fact, do that. He, I left a plate of cheese out to soften. Rookie error. It was not placed in the exact middle, so we had some form of reach on it. My meal ruined. So, out of this, I want, I suppose it's build up to it as well. Can't take these territories down here. England and France in a coalition is not the worst thing in the world. We have claims on all this stuff. If England is our junior partner in the personal union has less than 30% liberties, I will instantly annex them. I can only imagine that's going to be useful. I'll take this territory to form a bit of a base, I think, such that we can stop the English liberty desire from being too great. Go from there. Lose another stability. Clearly the game does not want to be a stable nation. That's okay. That's fine. We don't need to be stable. Who likes stability, you know? It's like that famous saying, stability is just comfort, but bad. Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, he's taking a province off me. Very, very cool. Oh, we can peace out now anyway. This will give me 100 ducats. Don't get rid of the truce with Sweden, that's fine. I'd isolate them if we waited, but I don't really feel like waiting. Did France been spitting out? I feel like there were more French provinces than that. Okay, sure, whatever. That looks good to me. We do that, and with that, we can avenge Hastings. Duke William the Bastard had a dream once, but that dream was crushed when his own men trampled them to death as they retreated. Interestingly, I think it was 8 times William the Conqueror's horse was cut from underneath him, and he was thrown from his horse. And, you know, what, 8 times he got back up and got on a different horse. So, very, very close thing, because the Battle of Hastings was a remarkable situation because one man had to die. At the end of the day. So both were looking to sort of see off the other one. They didn't really want it to be a long campaign. Harold because he had the inferior forces as far as I'm aware. William because he needed Harold dead to have his claim be recognized fully. So 100 men died in that brave voyage, and for over 4 centuries we have mourned their loss. Now the shoe is on their foot, and we'll see to it that the English suffer the same pain that we did. Interestingly, I mean, 400 years is a long time to hold on to something that would have been kind of insignificant in the grand scheme of things in Norman history. We see it as a momentous, huge thing because obviously it resulted in one of the great shifting of paths in history. But at the end of the day, I mean, if you think about it, that's like, I don't know, the Spanish invading the Netherlands today because they had it 400 years ago. It's not that big of a deal. That's a long time, you know, for it not to be something like Kaiser or like claiming a legacy. A failed battle is not really a reason to go to war, but for this, it is kind of cool. There we go, Restoration of the Union, 25 years. In 1066, the illegitimate Anglo-Saxon king and his peasant horde came down upon our proudest fighters in dishonorable and unjust slaughter on the fateful hills of Hastings. Bizarre and undeserved victory. They were winning until the Anglo-Saxon troops mistook a retreat for, well, there's 2 schools of thought, right? Either the Normans feigned a retreat, which would have been incredibly impressive at that time, and given the tactics available to them. They also had like cavalry, but they were quite small forces, not like the big beasts you see later on, because they haven't like fully been utilized in English and, well, I suppose Western European forces. I mean, they were used, but they're not going to be the big war horses you see later on. With several hard-earned victories and treaties, we have secured a foothold on the southern coast and thus revived our claim to the throne, and now see ourselves as a serious threat to the illegitimate rule residing over the island. We get avenged Hastings until the end of the game. There we go, Restoration of the Union. Think we can't afford a coalition. Geldon breaks their alliance with us, that's okay. Can't afford a coalition, so we're probably not going to attack the French. Or we attack the French now. Did just dismiss my mercenaries there. Let's rival the French, all these territories, and get out the way of these Fracatelli heretics. Alliance from Savoy, 622. We prefer a 50% cheaper. Let's get rid of that. So why? Okay, you're more of my territory. Bourbonnais, Occitan. It's not substantial enough. Andalusia has really gone, and I'm pretty sure it's not Andalusia, but I like saying th. So Venetian Balkans is kind of cursed, sure. Yeah. Oh, Jerusalem's still around. Nice, good job, guys. Does East Anglia have... Oh my god, it has claims. Just on Norfolk, though. Yeah, I think we're going to wait this one out. 73, what, 30? To be fair, 13 is a long time. But then again, going to be worth it. All this alliance over here. Gascony, not really worth it. And Connaught, however, would be. But they also desire these territories. Okay, everyone just desires my land. The state is kind of broke right now. To be fair, that's because the state is paying for fleets and forts that we don't... Did we just get a fort in Cole? Was that always there? Hamkont. That's so cursed. Hamkonte. Your folk. Dorset. Gloucester. Oxford. Hamkonte. Oh, that's stupid. Development's Paris. 24. Wasn't, yeah, in this timeline, London doesn't become capital. Which doesn't make sense, because London was always going to be the capital. Winchester was the capital, because it was the capital of Wessex. That again, it's because they didn't have London. London is a superior city in every single way. So likely, despite everything, London still would have been the capital. Oh my god, you didn't lose any territory? Quite impressive, but the Fracatelli heretics are gonna break you. Have an army equal or larger to Denmark. We can do that. Position ourselves central. Actually, the English separatists should rise up. Essex separatists in London. Oh, that works. Immediately. I don't know what the hell they did. They must have, like, lost a battle? No, they're at peace. What the hell happened to make that happen, then? So Holstein's been... Okay, so they peaced out for one of Holstein's provinces. That's the England I know. Well done. Screw over your allies. Good job, chaps. I don't keeps on getting bigger every time I look at it. Just saying it was going to be in Hampshire. Decided then not to stand in Hampshire in a brilliant tactical maneuver known as messing up. Okay, we should probably stop this focus now. Yeah, you know what? Let's keep Lotharingia as an ally. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't. Risk of personal union. Crusade for Sicily. I wonder why you want to do that. So the Andalusians are really going hard. They might legit go after the French soon. I want to be on the right side of history, and by that I mean selling out my fellow Catholics. Oh, we're actually a decently rich nation now. So that's good. I mean, I'm doing all this with my army up. Before we take out loans, let's just do this, just in case anything happens. It's going to require me. Please leave me, General. Okay, 1-4, I'll take that. I'm actually going to provoke these guys, because they're sitting at 1%, they're probably not going to do it, and East Anglian going to do that as well. Oh, good, movement speed. Actually, it's kind of a useful trait. People don't value it too much, because it's not like a hard and fast modifier that you can visually see in battles, but it can make or break wars. Same thing as, like, if you siege down provinces, siege ability is so underrated, because that'll win you the war. Battles are not as important as sieges. Change my mind. Can't, because I can't hear you right now, and you'll leave comments. And I'll just delete the ones I disagree with. I've been doing it for years. No, I haven't. I was about to say, you ever notice how the comments are remarkably supportive? But they're not. They're mostly about this stupid haircut. Dude, I have to sit here and wait for it to grow. Look at that. How has she, like, done everything wrong? She's, like, I've got something I share with my sisters, which is this, like, little, like, our hairline goes up into our scalps a little bit on this side. She managed to make it look worse, when all you have to do is not cut up into that point, and then it's fine. Because look, it'll just look normal. Then she gave me like a front. Look at that, it just dangles down. How? And then she gave me she cut in the hair dents. That's permanent. I've actually worn my headset for like 2 days. Look at it. And then a front, like a reverse mohawk. Like the thing is, it's not even comically bad. Like, it's not funny that it's bad. It's just bad, which is worse. Like, it was horrible. Like, I could be like, haha, I've been completely screwed. She's just like, it's just bad. I was meant to be growing this out. I was like, yeah, I want to grow out my hair. Cool. And she's like, oh, great. Also, I had my glasses on, so I took my glasses off. She cut my hair. I told her I was trying to, like, I wanted it to grow, just like thin out the top. And then she buzzed the back of my head and said, oh, I'm sorry, I messed up. I need to, like, take it up a bit more. I was like, okay, sure. Then I put on my glasses at the end, and I was faced with this. I almost cried on the spot. And then I paid her money, and then I left. God, I paid for this. I wasn't cheap either. I paid for the pleasure of someone making my quality of life slightly worse. Right, let's choose up at 73. Again, I think it's worth waiting for. Just stop tanking my stability, please, game. Calm down. Again, he's just going after my admin. It's just miserable. I need to get off of this soon. Oh, nice. Game 1 base production in London. Okay, Geldham's spread into Ireland. Britannia's getting taken out by Lower Burgundy. I think it's a good time to ally them. Ally to Lotharingia. Let's bring them into the fold. Bulgaria's taken out. The Venetians, the Seljuks are still alive, interestingly. Usually the Nizarids have dealt with them at this point. So our final loan paid off. Playing this one a bit more cautiously than usual. Because I'm like behind on all 100 Diplo. I don't think I've had any good events. I had Knights of the Joust. But apart from that, I'm pretty sure I genuinely have. I'm gonna note it down. I'm gonna start something. I'm gonna get someone to write a spreadsheet on this stuff. I swear, I'm disproportionately affected by bad events. You can't convince me otherwise. I'm gonna need Hull. That's fine. We can fight the Norwegians. Oh, Lowbug offered me alliance. Perfect. France is getting taken out by Andalusia. Is that gonna hurt? Paris, no. Overshadow Francia. I just need to have more development than France. So I need to have Francia. So I need to have Paris. So this actually is good for me. And then I can get the dual monarchy. So we go from Normandy into... Oh, I need Cornwall as well. Rather inconvenient. Well, I can call them into war against France and then fight Cornwall. Minister of Propaganda died. Didn't expect that. And again, another one of these events. Jesus. Game doesn't want me to be happy. Come on, man. This has to be a joke. Get cavalry. We can afford it. Oh, God. When's this up? December. I need to actually start paying my troops. Probably should have rebuilt the fleet. Now that I think about it. All right, here we go. Calling on Thuringia again. Yeah, and I'll go after Cornwall afterwards. That works for me. Even with my increased movement speed. Did my admiral die the second I declared war? He just decided, nah, he's had enough. All right, let's go after Cornwall real quick. As far as I'm aware, we have quite a decent naval superiority. Not the greatest, but it'll do. Okay, I know he wants some of this land, but that's... Okay, no, I'm going to piss off the Papal State. Just give me a good event. Just one, so I know, you can't hear me and are mocking me. Just please. I suppose that would imply that I need the game to be able to listen to me. Did he just ravage everything? Oh, God, technically it's a good event. Screw it. 363. Ravage the entirety of England with 4,000 troops. Thank you. Yeah, in hindsight, it's probably a bad idea. I don't know why I wanted this so badly. Declare statute and restraint of appeals. That will piss off everyone. Let's not do that. It's like a terrible idea. Right, back to it. Well, we got rid of all of his forts. Does he have any troops left? We can find any. Yeah, there are some, but they're gone now. Don't raid me! Why? Right, my thinking is I have 2 shots to get the Liberty Desire down. Obviously, there's like subject interactions, which will go a long way, and then there's giving them back their cores. I wanted to give them I wanted to give them these, but then I have some other cores. It's unfortunate. Cool. I misclicked and then brought that army off. Great. Good one, buddy. Ideally, Denmark declares war on England right now. And it's a defensive war for me. Why are we putting this many troops on it? Even 6 is 2 times the amount. It's necessary. But there we go. Union with England. Okay, that's fine. Perfect. Avoiding the coalition. There we go. Right. Now, we need that. And we need England to have not 100 Liberty Desire. They need to have less than 30 and we get to annex them immediately. All right, we can do this in a couple of different ways. Firstly, I'm going to give them back these 2 because I haven't called them yet. Grant province. It decreases it by a couple. I might as well keep it. Yeah, sacked city doesn't help. Thank you. I'll definitely take that. Right, Norway, as far as I aware, is going to have massive naval superiority. They have 7 heavies. Galicia Volhynia, got a decent amount of troops. Okay, they're just chilling out there, sure. Navies. Norway have 7 heavies. Just do that. That should be enough to beat them. So let's hide our navy for now. Give me the ferrying of troops. I think I have to wait. France won? No, I think they defended. I know they did. They won. They took Minorca. Lotharingia will come in against... It's going to be a difficult one because I can't win 2 places at once. Shockingly. What else are you allied to? You're an Irish minor? Tyrone. Dude, I can get a claim on Cork. There we go, and then we'll split them. Perfect. Tactical brilliance once more, he says, finding out a basic thing about the game and celebrating it like it's a victory. The lathe way. The only way. The right way. Why did I say it like it was a slogan on TV? Oh, God, I just saw like a little bit of hair poke up. Oh. Look, you might think, oh, Lathe, you're making a big deal over your hair. But let's not forget that I started dating a girl. And then like 2 weeks after knowing her, this happened! It's not ideal! Kind of go professional like this, because it's something a bit different, even though it's objectively worse for me. Yeah, we're gonna go professional like this. Again, something a little bit cool. Another loss event. That's neat. Alright, we need to catch the Danish Navy out here. We are also gonna be going into debt. Leave behind the cogs, so these guys can more effectively fight. Southern Norwegian Sea. Gonna wait for a Norwegian army Navy to turn up. Could come around here, because they're on a trade thing. Little victories matter. Okay, are they here yet? Oh, I did not. Okay. Give the map back, which means you need to wait for them. Southern Norwegian Sea. Declare war for Hull. That's a massive victory, that. 12 light ships. Very useful. Post the Shetlands. No, he's going to Morifirth. Let's have 1 more heavy, but we have better ideas. Oh, I think I pull out of that. Did we lose any heavies? No, we didn't. We gained ships. That should defend our coastline rather nicely indeed. Actually, our ships are pretty in... Yeah, they're in pretty good nick. Go blockade then. Renaissance appears. Alleviating my fears. Alright, well, there go the Danish fleet. Forcing them to retreat. I can't stop! I've been talking to Alzabo too much. What happens? It's like a contagion, man. All right, want you to give back this core to England. What's it going to cost me? This is the idea. I'm going to isolate. Oh, cool, the admiral's dead. I'm going to isolate this. Not going to work. I don't have enough troops. The idea is that I'm going to pursue is we're going to land and then blockade, and then we take all this territory. Should cause us a decent amount of war score. In fact, it's probably better to let them land. I found out where my cogs are. I left them behind in a brilliant tactical maneuver that people will be speaking about for centuries to come. Okay, both have 5 and 6 respectively. Remember that flagship that allowed me to get on and off ships quicker? That would have been kind of useful right now, huh? Okay, he's already ready for that. Yeah, okay, the AI is understanding what I'm trying to do here. So we're gonna not do that. Clever girl. Another event that loses me stuff. What is with these events? I feel targeted, even if it's not true. I might over my... Yeah, by 5. Okay, let's get rid of... No scenario in which I need all of these cogs. So I'm going to get rid of one of them. And 3 of these galleys. Realistically, this is the only war I needed it for. Can I just sit here? I guess I'll just blockade then. Yeah, it's actually a good idea. Let's get rid of our advisors. I'm spending like 4 ducats a month on my navy. Also, why do I have a fort in Cornwall? There's nothing to protect there apart from the Cornish people. And that is where that joke ends. Kind of like a fill in the blank, you know, make your own joke sort of thing. Not like that, but exactly like that. It's fine. Live there for like 3 years. I can make those jokes. Pretty sure that's the exact opposite of people being welcome in Cornwall. So that's kind of a big issue in Cornwall. People only holidaying there, meaning that the local economy is devastated and very dependent. It's very seasonal, which is unfortunate. I studied there for 3 years. Feel like I played into that, but I did pay into the economy. So technically, I'm the good guy. Oh, I can defend territory. That'll give me another bonus to the another 5, but these things add up. Yeah, I'm definitely not able to. Well, I mean, I'm able to land over here. Just occurred to me as well, what I could do is land in Dithmarsh and then get access through Holstein. Yeah, let's do that. That's way more entertaining than what I'm currently doing. What else we get more? Oh, I can't afford it. Very cool, Duke Richard. Very cool. The one thing I didn't need you to be was malevolent. You could have had any other trait and I'd have accepted it. But malevolent? Really? Okay, this is fine. Perfect. Look at that. I've boogalooed him. He now can't access his own lands, and I'm gonna go take his capital. Genuinely was the plan all along. I just didn't think the AI would actually go along with me. I never do expanded royal court. Let's do that, because one of my main expenses in this game is firing advisors. So, okay, England is now plus 56. It's not gonna break off. 34, I can get rid of 20, so it'll be 54. I'll tick down over time as well. Subjected by former rival. That's annoying. I can get them down to 35%. Well, 30%. Wife's malevolent as well. It's just a family of pricks. Okay, so when he dies, I'll be able to get it done. Really? Thank you. Now, how risky do I want to play this? What I could do is this. Stop him there. I want him to go to the capital, but I don't think he will. If I win that, he'll be... Yep, there we go. There goes his entire army. Nice little trick when you have naval superiority. Definitely worth doing. Hey, leader cost, minus 10. Saves me 5 mil power. Hooray. It cost me 300. So, how many generals? That's 60 generals, isn't it? To be able to have that cost back. Okay. Hull to England. I want money. That. I guess humiliate as well. Pretty much everything I want. Money, humiliate, war reps, and Hull back to England. Right, we can embrace Renaissance. Grab the next Diplotech. Right, okay, yeah, don't do that. Like, don't click that button. Don't click that button. Right. Now, time for War Plan Blue, which is Gaeldom. I'm a great power. Wonderful. Get 20 down. It would have been 5, but malevolent. Do I sound salty? It's because I am. Okay, gain the 10 papal influence because I can grab diplomatic reputation, which should bring that down a little bit further. I have a Diplo advisor. No, I don't, but that will bring it down a little bit further as well. Let's get rid of access over here. I'm enjoying this campaign. It's a little bit different, just because I've been taking it a little bit slower. Usually I'd sort of go on a mad conquest. But I'm liking this sort of like very narrative-driven idea. Keep relations with papacy high. Set the Pope. Well, I mean, the previous Pope was fine with me. No shock value whatsoever. Okay, well, it's only going to cost me 44. Oh, okay, I'll take that. Pierre de Lessard. Alright, declare war. Marching over here. Send in the good old boys. By that I mean Navy. We paid off our loans. Let's get rid of that Navy. Where'd he go? Oh, it's over here. No, that's not it. Where's his Navy? Oh, he hit it. Okay. Gonna keep a guy on England the entire time. Recover Anjou next. Claims on Sicily? I kind of want to go after Cyprus. Him as a vassal. Engaged by former rivals going down. Economic power and army power. Unfortunate. Get rid of that though when I fight the French. What is going to happen next? They are defending... The French are defending against the Andalusians, which means this is a good time to get involved. Now leader answer France, if you wouldn't mind. Nope, negative 26. Well, I can make that a lot easier for you by just occupying all your lands and giving you no choice. That's right. That's fine. Trust me, if Normandy had conquered England all those years ago in 1066, it'd be a lot worse for you. And it was a lot worse. In our timeline, the fun timeline. Right, we're fighting against Cork, right? Go stack wipe them, because I'm just going to need a white piece out of them. Brilliant. Give me money, give me war reps, give me a trade power. He wouldn't. By how much? Negative 34. not worth staying in for others to fight. And let's wipe PCU. Perfect. And now we callously beset upon... Oh, God, one sec. You don't want to deal with that? Callously, as I was saying, beset upon the French. And that's a decent war chest to work with. I want to claim all this stuff. We need to occupy Paris as well as the thing. Are there any forts here? Oh, there's one over here. Otherwise, all in Lotharingia. I always get criticized for how I pronounce that. Presumably rightly so, yeah. Fortunately, we control both sides. Okay, little question on how forts work. We control both sides of this, so this fort zone of control doesn't project as it should. If I were to go in here, I can also do the same thing. But, for example, if I were to go into Paris, I can't then do that, if that makes sense. It probably didn't. I feel like that was a horrible, horrible explanation, but that's the best you're going to get. All right, so we are going to be attacking from the Lotharingian side, which means that our point of origin is going to be east, so we can retreat eastwards. So we're not completely isolated. And the French have decided to not fight the Andalusians and instead focus on Brittany. Truly remarkable consort regency. Am I going to get that? No longer malevolent, I suppose. And Lotharingia just run around stack wiping everything. Cheers, Andalusia. Appreciate it, mate. All right, Lotharingia apparently took that. Cool. All right, so let's just finish this lot off. Don't take mine. Don't. Okay, good. But go run around sieging stuff. Dude, this is kind of brutal from me. They were already dying. Okay, I have all the provinces I technically need for these two missions. Oh, I'd love to be able to take it all in one war. Unjustified demands. Hang on. Just wait for this to go through. Unconditional, so I don't have that much time. Gross expansion impact minus 10%. Nope, apparently not. Cool. So that's 4. It's not 3. That's upsetting. Can do to like remove gross expansion. I think there's an advisor for it. I think it's worth gambling for him. Yeah, gross expansion impact. That's minus 20% now. Then we got ourselves the 30%. But now we need the unjustified demands. Yeah, it's not how it works. Gets rid of the aggressive expansion. In this case, gonna need to fight another war anyway. Worth taking Paris in this one. Do this and then take it in the next war. And we can take cover Anjou. Anjou is the native heartland of our family. This family, yeah, because these are the Anjous, but like, not actually. I don't know, it feels like they put the Anjou family in Normandy. But the only reason the Anjou and then the Angevin Empire came to fruition is because the Normans took over England and then had an alliance with the Anjou region. So I don't know about that one, but again, it's the whole alternate history. So who am I to say what did and didn't happen? Empire's downfall. I need that. Don't click. How much can Andalusia really take? It looks like they only want. Oh, they want a coast with me. Oh no, we're in trouble. I have a lot of ducats. Finished kind of a couple of wars in quick succession. So 363 in charge, and he's got trade efficiency. Well, we get rid of the malevolent wife at least, so we need to drop this by 20%, which we can do with this. It was on 38%, so we need to drop it by a further 8%. 8% can be dropped through better Diplotech, like that, and then if we get ourselves an advisor, she's 50% cheaper. I don't know why I'm not getting her already. Those first, and then we can mothball our army. Plus, once I finish these cores, that will help. Denmark, Geldom, Lotharingia, Sicily. Let's rival Sicily. We want to head down there soon. It's fun to play as like a stable realm for once. It was not worth it. And our admiral killed himself. Yeah, it's 29 now. Wait, what lands do I need? God damn it. Wait, one sec. I shall help you. Down to 53% now. Did Lower Burgundy? No, there's a route through the Pyrenees. I was wondering if Lower Burgundy took cores from France. They did not. Just France looks real skinny right now. If I could take these 3 provinces, then I can instantly complete all the missions and unite the thrones, which is what we're trying to do. Take these 2. North Coalition. That's fine. Right down below. There we go. Bang. Instantly annex England. We're gonna form England. We're in Normandy. Go ahead and accept English culture. Find ourselves some allies. Work for me. I'm gonna do this because I need yearly prestige. Get up to 50 prestige to promote myself into a kingdom. Fortunately, I am not that. Peasants revolt in Essex it is, because I cannot afford to lose the prestige. And France is getting taken out by, it looks like Gascony right now. Get all the provinces in Britain and France. Yeesh, that's going to be a tricky one. Most of my allies are in those ones. Right, so I decided to go espionage ideas for the 20% aggressive expansion impact. That's going to stack with our 10% here and hopefully another 10% there, plus our unjustified demands to try and conquer these regions as fast as possible. Wait, no. Oily prestige. I'm gonna keep this aggressive expansion impact guy just ready. Come on. This is agonizing. 3 each month. Our truce ends with France in like 3 years, 5 years, something like that. Truce with Denmark just ended. Still make a lot of money despite, you know, a level 3 advisor. Oh, look, Healy Prestige, right as we can upgrade. Wonderful. Because that also costs prestige of at least 50. Wonderful. Okay, well, we get to upgrade. Now we can make all of this stuff. We get faceting. We get, quite frankly, a frightening amount of money. All right, make 16 ducats a month, and we have a decent army. Fight the French in 5 years. Okay, 4 years. I think we fight the French, get the whole claims on France region first. What's this? Professional army. I'm going to go professional army considering that's what we're geared towards. I'll make our king one and get these guys drilling considering that's our whole shtick is professional army. We can afford it, right? First downfall, we get Fall of Paris. This is going to do something. And Overshadow France we can do immediately afterwards, which will give us corporation cost. And then the dual monarchy requires us to conquer these regions, which is, ooh, 25 years. Construction cost and, oh, it's just Normandy that gets that. Oh no, Normandy. We're Normandy. It specifies state. Perfect. Okay, development cost minus 10%. Skill 3 plan 50% cheaper. Good to me. So we need 6 more with a workshop. 1, 2, 3. Get more aggressive expansion impact. Down resistance decay. And also aggressive expansion impact minus 10. So that gives us what? Minus 60%. Nice. Those are pretty standard. They'll stay for a while at least. I'm going to start investing in this because he is 53. You could die at any time. If he does die, then we'll get this, which is another 20%. So I'm stacking aggressive expansion modifiers because this is a very rich region we're about to try and conquer. Get a lot. 7 per tick. Well, 0.7%. 0.07% per tick. Very good indeed. I like this nation. This is cool. Okay, that gives us construction cost for 25 years. Built in planner. Already have a guy who's 50% cheaper. Probably shouldn't have done yet, but you know me, I can't resist. Could have been ready for that. Normandy, really? I'm gonna leverage these two to help me fight everyone else in this region. Lorraine wants a workshop. Really blindingly cheap to do this. Only issue is our troops aren't gonna be that good until like I've drilled them to the fullest extent. In which case they'll get stuff like fire damage and shock damage, which will be good, but that's like a max of 10%. It's not. We're not going to have the best troops in the world. It's going to be very tricky when we have to fight the illusions who have 80,000 troops. I'm allied to Novgorod though. Could help stave off any coalition. Right, we're fighting against you. Let's go that way. Buddies, give me access. So yeah, I'm going to stay allied to Lower Burgundy and Lotharingia for now. That should mean that they won't join a coalition whilst they conquer the rest of the France region. Well, theoretically, not hypothetically. Come on, don't mix this up. I know it's been a long recording session, but no excuse. Siege ability and spy network construction. Now, I want to maintain long truces with everyone here. Can't do 100%. Well, we can do this peace deal now. Okay, and we get the Empire's downfall. But for 25 years, we get humiliated the Carolingians, but give us unjustified demands, minus 25%. So it's minus 75% for unjustified demands. Okay, people are just cool with the Normans conquering. For centuries, the Carolingians have bullied our humble realm, eyeing it hungrily, wishing to incorporate it directly into their realm, or worse, the Holy Roman Empire. No more, we say, with the Loire Valley under our wing, the provinces of Greater Paris and the likes of the city itself have fallen before our banners pushed into our welcoming embrace following the merciful treaties bestowed upon the grovelling Franks. A great death blow has been dealt to the French realm, the echoes of which have been heard all across Europe, announcing our ascendant superiority and a claim to France proper. Which basically just screws over France. Overshadow Francia. Francia has fallen from grace over the years, from the failed crusade in Iberia to the fall of Paris. The dying empire is through its last legs. We will continue the push into Francia and demonstrate our claim to the throne. It's corporation cost. Okay, let's rival Geldom. That'll help with other things. I want to also grab this. DFK, trade you. Can't do that right now. Okay, what's the play here? I think we just start ravaging France, realistically. The issue I'm going to have is all these guys are actually in the HRE. That's fun. Let's go annex Geldom in the meantime. Oh, subjugation on Byzantium. They don't exist right now. Alright, time to fight everyone. Yeah, we're fighting the entirety of Ireland apart from Sligo. Finally, we're getting good events, chaps. Massive counterintuitive, but I need to occupy Ireland first. You know what? We're here. Let's just send 20k. How many are we fighting? They should have reinforced that one. In fact, if I just go and take Ulster, then they're no longer able to get across. Siege ability guy going. British Isles and one war, chaps. Wait, is it subjects as well? Normandy or its non-tributary subjects. Oh, and I need to be England. I don't want to do that. No, I'm the Normans. I don't want to do that. I'll conquer Britain, but I don't want to be England. That ship sailed. Go on, deal with its navy. Oh, would you look at that? We are now the papal controller. We have so many diplomats. That gives us a lot of benefits here. I kind of want to keep control of that. Plus more advisor costs. By the way, our advisor cost stuff is also something else I've been mildly stacking. So our advisor cost is 75%. So they're all super stupid cheap. Look at that, level 3 advisor, 1.46. Let's just improve that up to the max. Anything 50% cheaper? I do want the aggressive. I want to keep kind of ridiculous. Golden Bull. What Golden Bull would be useful? Forms of Heathens, no. Institution spread, maybe. Regiment drill loss. I like that. There you go, let's do that. Our military ideas, or professional ideas, giving us our first decent idea from that. And morale of armies. It gives us artillery damage from the backdrop, which is very useful, but just not right now. Dude, all this is just 1 aggressive expansion. Okay, French separatists in Paris, gonna have to do that soon. All of this is 0 aggressive expansion. Game on professionalism. Now, at 3 provinces, 2 aggressive expansion. Nice. I got the Scots just given up. Encarcelation. Oh, we'd have got, if we did defensive ideas, we'd get 4 defense plus 50% at the end of the game. That would have been very useful. Fortunately, I did not do that. 1509. Colonialism just happened. But it's born in Andalusia, I assume. So half of the British Isles, 6 aggressive expansion. Good to see. Concentrate dev, get rid of that. Expansion, overextension, sorry, there we go. That's below the scary number. Healer corruption -9. And we get ourselves tax modifier. Not the worst thing in the world. It occurred to me, I probably should have vassalized. One advantage of staggering this sort of stuff is that you should be able to get rid of most of your aggressive expansion or overextension. Sorry, I always miss something. Keep provoking rebels and getting rid of them. Keep an eye on this, because when this guy dies, we may be able to nick his nation. It's a very Norman thing to do, though, to violently repress the Irish. They did it a lot. Just literally running around, provoking revolts, and then stamping them down. You'd think they'd stop falling for the provocations, right? Go ahead and take this as well. What? Someone declared war on someone that was important to me. Sweden declared war. Oh. Yeah, Sweden declared war against Swedish crusade against Denmark. You Norse. Oh, cool. Wasn't aware of that. I also need to fight Norway to secure the British Isles. There's a long road ahead of us. So much money. It's actually kind of upsetting. We're ahead of time on everything. Yeah, life's pretty good. We're at war, so we can't provoke a revolt. Oh, we already won the war. Mine went blank there. Interesting. Conquest of the Irish High King. As the treaties were signed and bodies were burned, the old castle of the Irish High King was being demolished, the banners were set on fire with no regard for the legacy, the ones found most beautiful were spared, and alongside timeless treasures were sent off to decorate a faraway court. Jesus Christ! Farmers and peasants were driven off the surrounding lands while settlers came to find their new homes. Whether the High King was still alive or not mattered little. The seat of the High King had been conquered by a foreign. We get prestige, we get military power, and the inability to sleep in. We're the High King of Ireland, I suppose. Hooray. Yeah, a lot of people in England want to, like, gloss over the brutal repression of the Irish over literal centuries. Yeah, there's sort of like this mild confusion as to why there's a dominant culture in Ireland that is not happy with the English. And we're like, well, just don't understand it. We're not taught enough, in my opinion, in terms of British schooling, or at least English schooling that I can speak to, about what perpetuated Ireland. It's kind of a footnote, and I think that it should be more heavily emphasized because I think it's directly relevant. They are our neighbors, and they kind of have pretty much every right to be very annoyed, to put it mildly, about their treatment. So yeah, just thought I'd mention. I don't know, I think the British Empire is kind of taught with this view of like, look how great we are, which is like, you can appreciate like, oh, this was an insanely competent empire, or I did this thing, I did that thing. Like, you can separate that as like an interesting point of view. I think, though, there does need to be an understanding of like the ramifications, like what it means to have done that. You know, just because, like I said, similar to the Irish example I gave, there is like this mild confusion, I feel, in the ooh, look at this. There is this like mild confusion as to, well, why does everyone dislike us? People genuinely don't understand. It's like, well, chaps, boy, have I got some news for you. Okay, now that's done. Go ahead and get more troops, because we can. Idea group. I think colonial is a good idea, but quantity is a better one, given what we're about to do. Oh, you're not part of the Empire. That's useful. Go ahead and take the Defender of the Faith title, because it's going to give us another missionary, as well as more points to invest in the papacy. And that is going to be important. Progressive expansion guy died. Oh no, well, we can get a a level 3 one for 3.54 ducats. I think we'll be okay. Army professionalism. In terms of the vassalization acceptance, there we could have. Nevers, Luxembourg, not really worth a thing. Oh, well, Protestantism's there. We're gonna stay Catholic. Definitely in our interest too. Just Nevers, really. No one joins the coalition. Nice. Yeah, it's a new age, but unfortunately that means we lose a lot of our powerful stuff. Also, our advisors are a lot more expensive now. Plus, the more land we take now because of the governing capacity side of things, the worse it's gonna get for us. So I think actually I might go ahead and vassalize you. Because you've just joined the Empire. That's fun. Okay. Alright, well, let's start going after this empire, shall we? Call in our buddies. That breaks the alliance between Lotharingia and Gascony, which is good. Oh, did I forget to mention they're in the Empire, so we're fighting the Empire as well. Alright, I haven't actually seen how good our troops are in comparison. They are decent. Legion Bourbonnais is 1. At the very least, we're taking that. Start getting these guys out. It'd be better if you could, like, force people out of the Empire. That'd be cool, Casus Belli. I'll have to dismantle it. It's just so inconvenient. Fight them each and every time. Oh, you'll already come out. Bourbonnais is going to be dead, so that's not going to matter. We won't even get a coalition for it. And mechanicsing this. Sucks we're not able to like stack that other 10%. Should have done it a little bit earlier. But, you know, yeah, troops are actually really good. Bavaria's a lot of troops. That should be a bulk of the Bavarians gone. Yeah, troops are actually really good. Siege ability is so good. How quick these things are. 177 days, and I failed on most siege ticks. Absolutely take that. Now, the key part against Bavaria is I'm going to want to annul our alliances because I'm going to be attacking into the Empire a lot. That'll do for me. Go to Bavaria, and all this other stuff for me. Right, that should be Bavaria done. Literally 99%. Provoke Imperial Reform. Have you passed any? Oh, you have. Nice, good job. Well, you only have 2 allies. Just Dresden left now. Oh, the siege engineer died. I kind of want to get manpower recovery for a little bit. All right, I think taking Bourbonnais as a vassal is a good idea because then I can start feeding them land because right now this is going to hurt. Right now it's giving us advisor costs and aggressive expansion stuff, which, you know, we don't want. Get ourselves the station. Perfect. A little bit more aggressive expansion. That works. And they're loyal. I'm not fussed about it. So our conquest begins. Head rival. I think that is where we will leave it today, chaps. That was a lot of fun, and I'd be more than happy to continue it. Potentially going after the dual monarchy. I need to go and fight Gaeldom once more. That should conquer the territories. Fight the Norwegians, and then obviously the Gascons, the Andalusians, the French, Upper Burgundy, and my allies in Lower Burgundy and Lotharingia. So, a lot to do. Furthermore, I do want to take back Sicily. We do have permanent claims there. It'll be pretty simple, I think, to go ahead and do. So we can claim that back, as well as, remember, we have our claims on Cyprus, as well as beyond. So after that, we go after all of our allies, pretty much. So I'll be down to do all of that. But, of course, it is up to you if you would like to see that. If you do, then make sure to like and subscribe. It's how I know that this is generating enough input, or at least a bit of a buzz, such that it's worth continuing, and then we'll move on to the next thing. So, like I said, if you do enjoy that, please make sure to like and subscribe. It really does help me out. Otherwise, I will see you all next time. Goodbye. Huge shout out to our patrons, most notably Charlie Demerel, Crilly, Flyerton, JDow52, Cargon, Sjalmi, Lewis Wright, Nicole's Christ, QA Shard, Redguard, and ShadowSinger. Your support means a lot, guys. Whilst you're here, you might as well click on another video. I mean, it's literally right there.